Welcome to our exploration of some of the world's most intriguing and perplexing airports that, despite their grand designs and hefty investments, were never used as intended. From Spain's billion-euro failure at Ciudad Real Central Airport to the deserted runways of Matala Rajapaksa International Airport in Sri Lanka, we'll dive into the stories behind these forgotten aviation projects. Join us as we uncover why these airports, once symbols of ambition and hope, now stand as monuments to missed opportunities and ambitious miscalculations. Get ready for a journey through aviation history that showcases the fascinating, yet often overlooked, world of unused airports. 1. Ciudad Real Central Airport, Spain's billion-euro failure. Ciudad Real Central Airport in Spain is a prime example of a grand vision that never took flight. Built at a cost of over €1 billion, it was meant to be a major hub for travelers in central Spain. However, its location, nearly 200 kilometers from Madrid, was not ideal. Despite being equipped with a large terminal and a runway capable of handling the largest aircraft, it attracted very few airlines. The ambitious project was soon overshadowed by financial difficulties, leading to its closure. The airport stands today as a monument to financial misjudgment and overestimated demand. Its empty halls echo with the dreams of what might have been, a stark reminder of how not all grand projects achieve their intended purpose. 2. Matala Rajapaksa International Airport, the world's emptiest airport. Matala Rajapaksa International Airport, located in Sri Lanka, holds the dubious title of the world's emptiest airport. Despite its modern design and facilities, it failed to attract airlines and passengers. The idea was to create a gateway to boost tourism in the southern part of the country, but poor planning and lack of connectivity rendered it ineffective. Built with significant investment, the airport often operates with no scheduled flights. Its vast space is often used for storing rice and other goods rather than for aviation. Critics argue that the project was more about political prestige than practical necessity. This airport serves as an example of how infrastructure without demand can lead to colossal underutilization. 3. Everglades Jetport, the mega airport that never took off. In the late 1960s, the Everglades Jetport was envisioned as the largest airport in the world. Located in Florida, it was supposed to replace the older Miami airport and cater to supersonic jets. However, environmental concerns about its impact on the fragile ecosystem of the Everglades halted its development. Only one runway was completed before the project was abandoned. The site now serves as a training ground for pilots and rarely sees any commercial activity. This venture highlights the importance of balancing development with environmental conservation, as the airport's ambitious scale was ultimately its downfall. It stands as a testament to what happens when ecological concerns are not adequately addressed. 4. Mirabel International Airport, Canada's forgotten giant. Mirabel International Airport in Canada was once touted as the airport of the future. Opened in 1975, it was designed to handle international traffic to and from Montreal. The massive airport was built with the expectation of high passenger numbers, but it never reached its potential. Located too far from the city center and lacking efficient transport links, it was inconvenient for most travelers. Over time, airlines and passengers preferred the closer, more accessible Dorval Airport. By 2004, Mirabel ceased its passenger operations and was relegated to handling cargo. This airport illustrates the pitfalls of overestimating future demand and failing to consider practical accessibility. 5. Berlin-Brandenburg Airport, open, but 9 years later. Berlin-Brandenburg Airport in Germany is a saga of delays and cost overruns. Initially slated to open in 2011, it finally welcomed passengers in 2020. The project was plagued by engineering problems, safety issues, and mismanagement, leading to its infamous reputation. Despite its eventual opening, the airport had to contend with a world reeling from the COVID-19 pandemic, which significantly reduced air travel. The delay and subsequent challenges highlight the complexities involved in large-scale infrastructure projects. While it is now operational, the airport's troubled history serves as a lesson in the importance of effective project management and planning. 6. Don Quixote Airport, Spain's second ghost airport. Don Quixote Airport, also known as Ciudad Real Central Airport, is Spain's second attempt at creating a major transport hub that ended in failure. Like its sister airport, it suffered from an inconvenient location and a lack of demand. The airport's grand opening was followed by a rapid decline in operations, eventually leading to its closure. Its vast, empty terminals and runways are a stark reminder of the optimism and misjudgment that accompanied its construction. Despite attempts to revive it through auctions and sales, the airport remains largely unused. This story underscores the risks of investing in infrastructure without a clear understanding of market demands. 7. Kerman International Airport, Iran's forgotten airport. Kerman International Airport in Iran is an example of an ambitious project that didn't quite meet expectations. Built to serve the city of Kerman, it was intended to boost regional connectivity and economic growth. However, geopolitical constraints and limited air traffic have left the airport underutilized. The lack of international flights and minimal domestic traffic have rendered its facilities largely idle. While it still sees occasional use, it has failed to live up to its potential as a bustling hub. This airport highlights the challenges of maintaining relevance in an industry heavily influenced by political and economic factors. 8. Saint Helena Airport, the most useless airport in the middle of nowhere street. Helena Airport is often dubbed the world's most useless airport due to its remote location and challenging weather conditions. Situated on the island of Saint Helena in the South Atlantic Ocean, the airport was built to improve accessibility to the island. However, high winds and difficult landing conditions have made it nearly impossible for commercial flights to operate safely. Despite its modern infrastructure, the airport remains largely unused, with only a handful of flights. This project illustrates the difficulties of building airports in remote locations where nature's unpredictability can thwart even the best-laid plans. 9. Tioman Airport, Malaysia's airport that no one could land at. Tioman Airport in Malaysia was built to serve the beautiful island of Tioman, a popular tourist destination. However, its short runway and the surrounding mountainous terrain made it unsuitable for most aircraft. The airport was unable to accommodate larger planes, which limited its operational capacity significantly. As a result, it was seldom used, with flights being sporadic and often cancelled. This airport serves as a cautionary tale of how geographical challenges can render even the most well-intentioned infrastructure projects ineffective. Despite its beautiful setting, the airport's operational limitations overshadowed its potential benefits. 10. Paektu Airport, North Korea's mystery airport. Paektu Airport in North Korea is shrouded in mystery and intrigue, much like the country itself. Built near the sacred Mount Paektu, it was intended to serve as a gateway for tourists and pilgrims. However, the airport remains largely unused, with little information available about its operations. Its existence raises questions about the intentions behind its construction and the realities of travel within North Korea. The airport is emblematic of the secretive nature of the country's infrastructure projects, where information is scarce and speculation is rife. Its empty runways and terminals are a reminder of the enigmatic nature of North Korea's development ambitions.